Hello, welcome back. Last time I got a golden strawberry, so beginner lobby is all the way complete. Why isn't my controller doing anything? There it goes. I couldn't press the start button, it had to be A. Okay. Anyway, so it is time for Grandmaster. So let's make a more serious attempt at this place. Go in order. That's a bench. I wanted a journal. That's a journal. So just to look at this, Flipside Cliffside, I've already gotten a strawberry there, and I did one of the rooms, and I had some trouble with it at the end, but it sounded like I was maybe doing things in a way that was not recommended, and making it harder for myself. Do I want to start that level over? Well, maybe that's a chance to do the thing properly, and refresh myself with the mechanic. I think that's probably what I desire. Where was that thing? It was straight to the left, wasn't it? I seem to remember it was the first one I would naturally encounter. Why am I not encountering it? Because it's farther. Looks like you, yeah, Flipside Cliffside. Let's start over. That's what I'm choosing. So I already got a strawberry to the left, and the path to the right is straightforward enough. So I do this, and I'm in the background. Okay. And I do that again, and I'm in the foreground. Okay. And then this lets me do a forest path style dash and a right. I'm in Grandmaster, so things are gonna be real wild. What kind of... oh right, Dream Hyper exists. And apparently that's what I'm supposed to do here. That's what I've heard. And that'll line me up for... okay. Yeah, okay, got it. So hang on, did I not get... so no watchtower, that's okay, I don't need one. I keep my dash and I climb here? Okay, right, so we're doing a corner jump thingy. Alright, yeah, so get out of beginner mindset and enter the other end of things. Okay. Remember all the techniques that exist. Good luck with that. So a short Dream Hyper, avoiding the lightning here. Then I'm on the wall. I do this. Right, and I want to use both jump buttons apparently because for some reason that worked better for me when I was trying to figure out 74. And yeah, the Dream Hyper strategy there, well, if the angle is good, it works nicer. I still can have that problem, clearly. Maybe that was a bad hyper. That was a good enough one, so... how do I... yeah, that's right. Now that was more than just the air super I had to do. That was kind of my problem there. I guess I'm too late when that happens. So I go when the... no, it's like I want to jump from the top of the spikes. It's dash before jump, right? Yeah, dash before jump, but almost at the same time. There we go, okay. So I go here. Oops. So I almost had it. I'm doing... oh boy. Complex thing with my fingers, but let's get used to it, because there's going to be more. Whoops! I ran out of stamina. Because I had an extra jump in there. Okay. But yeah, this is already a lot better than last time I was trying to do this. Okay, I need to climb up a little more before I try that. Whoops. Yep. What? The second one didn't go, but it could have. And immediately after I do that, that will put me at the furthest point I've seen in the level. Why am I doing this wrong? Because I'm not separating my dash enough from my jump. I need to be a little lower for that one, apparently. Alright, yeah, so separate the two well. Go here. Do a little higher for that one. Just gotta really learn to judge 45-degree angles really, really well. Okay. Here-ish. Good. Here-ish. Good. Okay. There we go. Okay, and that was reasonably comfortable. Sure, that works. I wasn't sure if that lightning in the ceiling would kill me. This one is safe too. Okay, great. So, new stuff. Flipside Cliffside. We're doing it. First of all, where am I going? Looks like I'm on an upward quest to gain wall penetration technology. However, there's also some over there. So the flipping is not currently happening. This goes all the way out there, it will. Okay, where's the break in the lightning? It's here. So, okay. Gathering that crystal gets me through this diagonal. Then I possibly do a dream grab. And then... I have no idea. But somehow climb up to that. Yeah, what? Well, let's worry about that once I get there. So first of all, I need to climb up here. To do that, I need... I suspect what I'm trying to do is to get over to that thing, wall bounce, and do an up left dash through this little bit of land. Then probably... I think what I'm seeing is a dream hyper to get far enough left, then a dashless climb all the way up and around, using the appropriate amount of stamina to get that crystal. Then I go down, and up right, and then I don't know. But let's worry about that once I know what I'm doing with the rest. That's... okay, so now hang on. If I want to do this, this is not an ultra setup. I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm wrong. Now, does that really need to be a dream hyper? Like, can't I just... oops. Dream jump and dash? I think I can just dream jump and dash. That'll get me far enough, won't it? It will. Okay. Now I got a stamina challenge here. Right, now the refund is in effect, because I'm converting a climb jump into a neutral jump by doing that. By doing what I tried to do there. Okay. Let's try the Dream Hyper strategy and just, first of all, see if it's viable at all. That puts me awfully low. So if I were doing that, I'd want to Dream Super instead. That puts me awfully high. You know what? No, I want to jump and a dash. Okay, I tried it the other way. Oh, jump puts me a little high too sometimes. Okay. So however I do it, my trajectory is going to be a little weird. Whoops, I did an extra climb jump, which is going to be... have stamina implications, but that's okay. I'm here anyway. So my dash refreshes. That's what I was wondering about. Oops. Okay, so no. So I get there with a dash, I can wall bounce. Pretty sure that's what I'm doing. I wall bounce, I do climb things. This is good practice for corner kick. That's what that's called, right? I think so. So then, what is happening there? Is that where I use my dash? Now, right, so that puts me in dream state. I think what I'm doing in this spot is once I climb to... okay, so transfer from left to right, corner kick, be on left. I do a neutral to get into that slightly higher spot I can hang. Dash straight up, dream through the things, wall bounce at the end of the dream, which I think I can do, and be up there with a dash. How do you think that's going to get all the way onto the platform, though? Like, even if I'm doing that wall bounce, wait. What if instead of that, I dream slightly like half a tile farther left? My dream takes me higher, I don't get the wall bounce at the end. I dash straight up again, and that might be enough height to land on that platform. However, then what, extended hyper? Where am I going? Wait, then I'm in the background. So there's land there, so probably ultra? Extended hyper into ultra to get to that spot. Keep dash all the way up here. Use it on that crystal. Wall bounce. The wall bounce just climb, jump touch, get on land. That might have the look of a falling block. I'm gonna suspect that'll probably fall. So do a quick extended hyper into ultra. And I guess hope you can wall bounce on that, because I probably can. Do a big wall bounce very much to the left, because in climbing state, I don't think I can make it to the left of that, like, 4-tile overhang. It's 2 tiles, but it basically counts as a 4-tile. Yeah, that wall bounce has to carry me all the way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles to the left. Can I wall bounce 5 tiles to the left? Easily, yes. I did it there. Okay. Why wouldn't I be able to? So the wall bounce on that has to get me all the way up past the, basically 5 tiles to the left of the bottommost thing I can wall bounce on. Wish I had a more specific cursor here that I can describe. And then that's the end of the room. Was there a part of that I didn't understand? Yes. Right here. Ah, there's a spike-free spot right there where I could do a climb jump on the right wall. I don't think that gets me high enough to touch the left one, though. How high does a climb jump go? Those are spikes. Whoa. I don't like the look of that. It's just close enough that it might work, though. So that's 1, 2, 3 tiles of air between the two. So that would mean... Yeah, I'm totally jumping high enough for that. Okay, so I'm probably just continuing to climb. Climb jump to transfer there. Well, but I can't dream through the upper part of that. So no, I think I'm using the dream earlier. Or am I getting all the way up to... Yeah, I'm climbing all the way until there's no more climb. Then I use the dream to go up through the crumble platform. Then I initiate the ultra. Okay, so there's like 2 stamina checks in here. Pretty sure I can do all this. This doesn't look too unreasonable. And wow, it feels great to actually be playing this level for real now. Because... turns out it's really nifty. Okay, I can climb on the wall there. I did that before and barely noticed. Okay, yeah, so getting to... I should do that, climb a little differently. Don't worry about the stamina spent post this. Because it will come back here. So I do, wait, what am I doing here? I'm wall bouncing, yes. To here. Then I do... Oh, well, too late now. But I would go here and I would dash through that, and that's how I would get to the thing. Okay, great. Honestly, all of this feels more reasonable than it looked in the preview. Usually it's the other way around. Well, usually it feels faster, but there's, like, not really any time pressure here, mostly. There are some things that crumble, so I guess that will become time pressure eventually. I thought I pressed the button, but I think I might not have pressed hard enough. Because, like, I'm doing a funny angle with my thumb. And, like, pressing not hard enough is an actual thing that could happen in that situation. Because, yeah, I got like this little triangle of buttons that I'm pressing. Not really. Because, like, the dash button's not involved here, so I can rearrange my hand for a better grip. Kinda. I can also press the buttons in the other order if that's more comfortable. Like use my alternate jump first and regular jump second. It's not. No, I like it the other way better. I keep landing there, because I keep missing the corner. Missed the jump. Oops. Okay, yeah, but if I jump to... I still feel like it really wants some sort of dream hyper super thing there. I didn't try super hard at a super. Let's try a little harder. Oh, no. You'll come back. Nah, I mean, I'm practicing with the dream jump. If I just go a little lower here, well then I don't make it. So yeah, I'm not really sure what is the right solution to be more consistent about this. Just a short dream jump, I guess, is the way I'm choosing to do that. I was a little bit too low. And just to test something, if I go back to my old method of corner kicking with a single jump button, how bad does that feel? Well, that was honestly no worse than previous attempts. I just want to see if the second jump button is actually helping me. It is. That was definitely worse, like I was rarely missing that one. Yeah, okay. It helps for some reason. That is hard to land. Again, that has always been a weak point of mine. Like, funny little round the corner jumps like that. I was too low. Again, learn to judge 45 degrees angles really well. See, that was too high. When I land there, theoretically I could recover. Yeah, that was too high. Again, yeah, it's hard to judge. That was too low. Like, also, what part of Madeline am I measuring from? Like, her chin about? Bottom of chin instead of middle of chin? About there. That made it through the corner, but I guess I pressed my jump button at the wrong time? Or I was still too low. Okay, so, like, shoulders? Ooh, shoulders worked. Not there, though. Am I just, like, fooling myself into measuring differently, or what? The background is different, which maybe is throwing me off. Because, yeah, I'm always going too high on that second one, even if I get the first one right. So, like, why is my perception so different? Error is too low on first if it's off at all, and too high on second if it's off at all, which it usually is. Well, I mean, I can just apply those two individual corrections. Yep, no, earlier. Alright, so just air lower, like this. That's too low. Ah! Clearly I'm gonna have to get good at this technique, because a lot of these, well, at least one other map uses it as a major mechanic. Whoops. Yeah, but okay, so apply the bias to the second one, but the first one I'm reasonably well tuned on already. Just bias downward. Okay, so that pixel of my head lines up with the root. I'm clearly too low. So it's like Madeline's face is a continuation of the root that's sort of up left of her. That seemed like the right position. Maybe my button press was bad. I do have limited time to get into that exact reference point. But like on the first... No, see, like that was clearly just a bad button press. Like, what specifically is wrong with my timing? I think I'm too... I think I was being too early. Okay. Now, judge this right about there. No, it's lower. So that one is... Is that a different distance? This is 3. This is 3. No. Ah! Okay, so let's give some credit to the theory that, like, do corner kicks have coyote time? What is the timing? Is it like a one-frame window that I have to buffer, or is there lenience? I should do my wall bounce here better. Like, I can intentionally be higher here. Even that still didn't help me much. Right. I mean, at the same time, just kind of do it and get a feel for it instead of talking about it forever. Okay, so real far down. And then, what am I doing here? Right, I'm going here, here, and running out of stamina because that's okay. It could still have been doable. Okay, well that's a record. I'm understanding things. Yes, good. Yeah, so I'm erring a little later on just like all of those, and that's helping. But yeah, from here I can't. I get one chance at that. Good. Good, okay. Well, sure. But it feels good to have gotten both of those twice in a row. Can I get a third? Nope. Whoops, okay, that's fine. Ah. Some people were showing me some funny things about how things used to look back when I was a lot newer at this game. Like the first time I encountered the wall bounce technique, just doing 2 wall bounces in a row took me like 100 tries. Also, here's something funny. The other thing I noticed when looking at that was that I had screen shake on, and it was like super violent. So every dash does that, and every death also shakes like that. That looks unplayable to me. And yet I think that's what my settings were on for so long. Like even at 50%, that's kind of jarring. I remember at some point during this LP, like a lot of people were requesting that I turned it off, and eventually I did, and I don't feel like I noticed a difference then, but now I look at it and it's night and day. Like it's wild just how much different it is now. Yeah, just no wonder I got that request so much. Like, sorry for putting you through that, just because I couldn't perceive what you were perceiving. There we go, I'm there. It's crumbling already. So I initiated the Ultra very quickly. I think I do have to interrupt my my dreaming for that. So, wave dash out of the dream. I don't know how much time I have on that crumble. I guess I could burn an attempt to test. Let's test a different way. I've put my feet there, and now I want to know things. So for a brief little moment, I'm going to cheat. I want... Where's my dash count? It's in movement. Sorry, not dash count, jumped count. Alright, so a little bit of cheating just so I can do some science. Unexpected. So really, really long, and also... I think there's like one in the foreground and one in the background, and I'm only eliminating the foreground one on initial whatever. Okay. Okay. Got it. So I have all the time in the world there, pretty much. No. I have a large amount of time. Okay, so I intentionally pressed late there and it didn't work, so I am thinking I do need to buffer that. I should recheck the gym because it probably tells me about this. But I was there recently, and if it mentioned it, I feel like I would have remembered, but maybe not. There was a lot of information there all at once. Dang it! I'm getting better at that climb, though. Ooh. I think I am also getting better at this climb, even though it still fails a lot. But yeah, like, this sort of thing is showing me how important it would be to go through this lobby in order instead of just, like, sampling things that I have no hope of doing, because 74 just... This is good practice for that specifically. I will have much more of a hope of finishing that level if I do this one first. Not that I expected to finish it during my sampling process, but, like, I couldn't even get through one room, could I? I think I did get through one room. Anyway. Like, half of a room that led to another thing. Okay. Dang. Yeah, so I think I am pretty much forced to be out of stamina at the end. Do the last without. Which I did once. I should review what I'm doing after that ultra. Because it's been a bit. After the ultra. I don't want to dash. I want to reach that wall, climb up it, climb, jump, dash up left, dash up. Probably not wall bounce, more like climb, jump into the thing, extended hyper on what's probably going to fall, into ultra, into wall bounce. That has to be a big wall bounce, and then that's the room. Okay. Okay. Oops. That's probably okay. It was. Okay, out of stamina, do this. Okay. Great. Just as planned. Just as planned. Oh, I forgot to wall bounce. Okay, but all the rest of that was perfect. Cool. Whoop. Now, why was I able to do that one just, like, live in the middle of climbing up? I didn't stop to position myself, I just went when it felt natural. Does it help to be climbing up when I start initiating the jump? No, I don't think so. I think it's coincidence. I just got lucky a couple of times in a row. But yeah, I'm getting better at that. I'm not great at it, but I'm better. Right. So when I'm hanging, but also press the jump button, good. I think I might have actually been hanging a little too low there. And then sometimes it just fails, and I can't tell whether I didn't press the button or something else went wrong. Alright, so I'm using a grip that makes it very clear whether I've pressed the button or not. Yes, okay, good. Oh, my hyper didn't extend. I think there was like a pause when I switched layers, and that maybe was what threw me off, maybe, but shouldn't that have happened earlier? Did I dodge that to the side until I landed and started my dash or something? It's like so focused on other things I wouldn't be able to tell you. Ah! Ah! Oops. Whoa. Okay. I wonder if I might also not be holding outward before I start my jump some of those times. Maybe I start with an upward climb jump and then transition to outward, and that's messing with my angle. I think that's happening sometimes. Okay, so if I very decisively hold outward before I start the jump... Yo, has that been my problem this whole time? Stranger things have happened. Okay, no, because I did it there and it didn't help. However, that eliminates one possible vector of variance. Was I too low? It's not the only one. There are more. At some point, it just becomes a thing I have to do a bunch, get a feel for it, and whoops, I think I wasted some stamina, but I can still get away with it. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I forgot how to wall bounce once again, and yeah, there's no way I can make it here otherwise. I have to do that wall bounce. Okay. But again, everything else is fine. Oops, I definitely didn't press the button that time, so my thumb just brushed against it, but my press was not decisive enough. Maybe I should figure out a different controller grip, because yeah, you know, like, the natural shape of my thumb here is like the pad is on the dash button, the inner knuckle is on the jump button. Then when I want to do this, I put my inner knuckle on the jump button and sort of like roll it like toward the rest of my fingers in order for the side of the inner knuckle to press the or I like turn my whole hand around so that I put down the pad, then put down the inner knuckle on the second jump button, which is the right face button. Okay, let's try exaggeratedly changing my grip. Okay, yeah, so just like pick up my entire hand so that a much firmer part of my thumb can press that second jump button. I can handle that. And if it helps this much, then I guess that's what I should do. Oops. Keyboard players are like, what the heck are you talking about? Ah, dang, okay. So I tried to do the right thing, I was just a little late. Ooh. Ah, okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm getting used to it, and it is definitely helping. So maybe more of my problem than I thought was from, like, not pressing the button hard enough. And, like, not actually registering as a press. Again, my hyper didn't extend, I didn't wait long enough. Well, this, if nothing else, has been a valuable day of debugging. Yeah, like, I was so low there and I got away with it. Whoops, I pressed dash again. My thumb's all confused, because it's in, like, different places than usual. Yeah, so just, whoops. Okay, yeah, so I'm now getting used to changing my hand orientation. That time I pressed decisively. There was another issue. And I'm not sure what it was. Oops, that time... not sure how decisive my press was. But yeah, like I'm picking up my hand and that's messing with my other inputs too. I'll get into a good rhythm here, it's just like, this is important learning time. I need like a controller with 3 linear buttons instead of the classic cross pattern. Okay, let's switch to a Sega Genesis controller. No, let's not. Because then I'd lose my crouch dash button. Also, I don't have one of those. I've never owned a Genesis. I played on one once or twice. And I remember they have A, B, and C buttons. Okay. Okay. Good attempt so far. Here we go. Now the last part, which feels so much easier than the first part. Nailed it! Nailed it! Done! Yay! Alright, room done and it felt great. Oh, I'm very happy to be here, actually. Does this go anywhere? Nope. Nowhere at all. Okay. Am I sure? There's a little, like there's a higher up spot, but it goes nowhere. Okay. Okay, cool! So, new room, and next time I'm gonna parse it and hopefully clear it. I'll see you then!